Wes Richards from Manhattan, Kansas. He says, "Hi." This is a short one. One time I was done with my piano lesson and I got in the car to go home and there was pizza in the car. And my mom said I could have a slice. By the way, it was Little Caesars. It's very good that he mentioned that because Little Caesars is important. When I took a bite, there was a piece of hair on the piece I took.
Oh,
so I turned the slice upside down because that's what you do when there's hair on your pizza. Isn't that what you would do?
Yeah, it's so you don't know that you're eating the hair.
Yeah.
You just
Well, he just turned it upside down to kind of ignore it. Well, guess what? It didn't work because there was a bunch of hair cooked into the bottom.
Yeah. Oh
He says, but guess what? Guess what, fools? I ate it anyway because my mom said it was cooked, so it had no germs.
What?
Also, Wes says, no one ruins my pizza.
Not even hair.
Not
from
even
person
hair.
You don't even know.
Do you believe that Wes really ate hairy pizza?
I mean, I don't know.
You know what thing about it? He wouldn't have to floss his teeth afterwards because all those little hairs would be getting in those nooks and crannies between those teeth.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of that now. Stop.
Oh yeah, Mom. Get me some more hairy pizza from Little Caesars.
Ew.
I bet the guy that works there has big long hair, but he's going bald and he's just shedding all over the pizzas.
I hope the whole pizza wasn't like that.
I don't know.
That would be even worse.
That would be the worst pizza in the universe. Lots of cheese, ma'am. Can you take my pizza order? I want cheese. I want pineapple. I want pepperoni. And could you bake the hair right into the crust? Just bake it right in. So my son likes it any way you make it because no one ruins his pizza.
It's one thing if it's one piece of hair that's just on top of it.
That's a one thing. That's a one thing.
But if it's baked into the pizza,
the flavor,
more, not just one piece, just
that means that whatever hair product that guy used on his hair, is in the pizza. That's what happens.
It's in what?
If it's just one piece, it means that nothing really happened. You know, you could maybe pull it out and maybe say nobody ruins my pizza, but when it's baked in, that baked in goodness,
you can't pull that.
It's like Grandma used to make when she had hair. Yeah, you can't handle that. Or if you have Wes, I just want to give you some advice. You say no one can ruin your pizza. Me and Jay, we beg to differ. Somebody ruined your pizza. And it's okay. It's going to be all right. Don't cry about it. But if you ever eat pizza like that again, you need to go to the hospital.
And just don't eat it in the first place.
Yeah. Your mom loves you, but she needs to tell you not to eat hairy pizza. All right, Jay, read us a story from Wes Richards in Kansas.
Hi, I've been on the show before. One time I thought I would fly my kite. When I started flying my kite, I thought I could take my kite to my friend's house while it was still in the air.
No,
that's not how it works.
No.
Well, it could be possible depending on how far away your friend
lives. Yeah, except for power lines.
But if you're like living in somewhere like very open.
In the country?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trees,
though.
Yeah, sure. I was in a park with no play stuff with some trees, and my house is close to the park, and my friend's house was walking distance.
Can I say something about parks with no play stuff in them? It's a waste of park. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Every now and then there'll just be a park, and it'll say Neighborhood Park or Nottingham Park.
Yeah.
And you just see a bench and maybe some flowers.
Yeah.
And there's no playground stuff. No swings, no slides, nothing. To me, even as a 47-year-old man, that's a waste of a park. Anyway.
So I started to walk to my friend's house, but sadly, it got stuck in a tree.
What? Who would have thought?
And it had streamers on it, so it got stuck really well.
Really well. It just wrapped itself up like a flying octopus.
I tried to put it out, but the string broke. Wow, that's not good. 6 months later, and I flew my other kite, and it got stuck in the same tree.
Wes, you ain't learning nothing about kites.
Wes Richards, Kansas.
I wouldn't even have written into this story, Mr. Wes.
Because that's kind of...
Because the first time was an accident.
And then the second time you didn't learn anything about the first time.
Yeah.
So it got stuck again.
Yeah. You're not supposed to say the S word at my house. But so we'll call you a dum-dum. Because that was... You should have known. You did the same thing with the same kind of kite. And it got stuck in the same tree. Well, maybe the first kite was lonely. And the second kite came up there and became his best friend. And they're up there together in the tree stuck. And they're just hanging out. And maybe, would you, let me ask you a question, Jay. Would you rather be a kite stuck in a tree or a kite stuck in Wes Richards' hand? Guess what? It's a trick question. It's the same thing. Because if it's in Wes Richards' hands, it's in and up in a tree. That's all I'm going to say about that right now. This one's called Dangerous Driving Dad. It comes to us from Wes, from Manhattan, Kansas. You didn't think Kansas had a Manhattan, but it does. It's crazy.
How? I thought there was only one Manhattan.
I know, right? I don't know. I guess because they just decided, you know what? We're Kansas. It's kind of boring over here. We're gonna.
I thought you said Texas.
No, Kansas.
Oh wow.
Well, there goes my whole joke. Anyway.
No, you can. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
You ruined it. It's over.
I'm sorry.
You should be. Hi. One time, I was 4 and my brother was about 1, and my mom was going to walk me and my brother in a stroller that could hold both of us. So my mom left me in the driveway behind the car while she was getting something inside. Suddenly, the car turns on behind me. And I looked behind me saying in my head, don't do it, please don't do it. And just then the car backs up and hits us and made us go cockeyed in the stroller.
Oh.
Then my mom came running outside screaming at my dad to put the car in drive. And he did put it in drive instead of park. And he got out of the car, and guess what happened? The car started moving toward the doors of the garage, and the car broke the doors.
Oh, no.
And hit the workout stuff inside.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, though. We're all okay, and we got the doors fixed. Whew.
That's horrible,
Wes from Manhattan, Kansas. Dangerous driving dads. You got to watch out for them.
Oh, wow.
Have I ever hit you with a car, Jay?
Yes, many times.
What?
Actually, you hit me with one today.
What?
Yeah, remember?
No. You're a big fat liar.
You've never hit me with a car.
That's exactly right.
Except for whenever I was just born. That's why I'm a little bit crazy.
Yeah, you're a little bit crazy because your dad's a little bit crazy. So it just rubbed off on you. A ghost vacuum. It comes to us from Wes, and he says, "Hi, this is the hairy pizza eating, kite flying, almost getting hit by a car kid."
Wow.
One time I was in bed and it was the middle of the night and our Roomba turned on by itself. Do you know what a Roomba is, Jay?
No.
A Roomba is a mechanical robot vacuum cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it came on all by itself. Some people have it programmed to do that. He says, I woke up, I thought it was a ghost. That's what sounds it probably makes. And poor Wes thought it was a ghost that was cleaning his floors. Excuse me, sir. Could you please wake up and move over a little bit? I'm trying to get the dust out of here. I'm a friendly ghost. I clean your floors. And anyway, I realized it was a Roomba and I went back to sleep. The next night it didn't turn on. So I thought, hey, it won't ever turn on again. But the next night, in the middle of the night, it turned on again. But this time it didn't scare me because I knew it was the Roomba. I love your podcast. Keep it up, Wes. Yeah, right.
What?
I bet. I don't agree, and I don't believe it at all. And that's why we have to do this. It's called the retail harp. Because I believe that thing did turn on in the middle of the night and that you did get scared all over again and you felt so silly and so bad that you accidentally wet yourself a little bit.
Well, you had to have been scared the second time, just a little bit.
Yeah, because it woke you up.
Yeah, and anything that wakes you up is scary.
Well, even for a second, it's scary.
Something scary happened to me.
So the true thing is, what Wes is just not scared of ghosts. He's scared of vacuum cleaners.
Yeah,
And that's sad.
that is.
We should say a little prayer for Wes. Dear Lord, please help little Wes in his little scared little time with being scared of little tiny vacuum cleaners that are just trying to do their job. And just bless him, Lord, and just help him to never be scared again so that he won't think there's no ghosties trying to steal his dust bunnies from under his bed. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, there. Now Wes is okay now. It's going to be fine. Thanks, Wes. I always start with a story. This one's called Fat Cat from Wes from Manhattan, Kansas. He says, "Hi, I'm the pizza-eating, kite-flying, almost getting hit by a car ghost Roomba kid." I remember the ghost Roomba part.
That was last week.
Yeah. One time I was going to the vet with my cat and we put him in the passenger seat and we started to go. And while my mom was driving, the no seatbelt sign went off. You know, it's a little light that comes on.
Yeah.
Says somebody doesn't have their seatbelt on. So my mom says to us, "Are you guys both wearing your seatbelt?" But yes, Mom, we are. And we realized after a while, it took us a little while of driving to figure out that it was my big fat cat sitting in the front seat. Because he was so fat, the car thought he was a human. So we had to put the seatbelt on him or the no seatbelt sign would keep making a noise.
Oh,
Wes from Manhattan,
that's
Kansas.
funny.
That's a heavy cat right there.
Yeah.
You got to take that cat to the vet, all right, and get him on a diet, too. My goodness. I don't know.
He's done a lot of stories.
Yeah, thanks, Wes, by the way, for that.
You're full of stories.
Full of stories. We love Wes. But how do you get a cat to lose weight? How do you make a cat work out? We were talking about this with dogs and cats and stuff, and how all these dogs in our neighborhood are getting extra walks because everybody's bored, and so they're taking their dogs for 13 walks a day or something like that because, you know, just nature and stuff, you know. But we thought it would be funny if we could see a cat on a leash. Or you thought it would be funny, and I do too. But how would you get a cat to exercise?
I don't know.
I don't think you could. I don't know. You would have to play with him a lot, maybe.
Yeah.
Get one of those red lasers and make him chase it around the house and
That's true.
climb up on top of doors. I don't know what all cats do. I've never owned a cat.
You haven't?
No.
I thought you did.
No way. Never
Really?
have, buddy.
Not even like your mom?
How do I feel about dogs?
You don't like them.
And so what do you think I feel about cats?
You don't like them.
I don't like them.
I don't like cats.
I don't like cats
I've
either.
never had one, but